All right, it's Friday night. What's going on, guys? I'm catching up on some of the comments. Looks like Dave has got you guys off and running here. Nice job, Dave. You guys are already solving problems and asking questions, and so just ignore me. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. You guys are having a good time in there. Can y'all hear me? Oh, I saw Dave said I had the Rocky theme song going. Dun 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 dun. I didn't have the Oreos with me though. I guess I probably already ate them all. Y'all can hear me okay though? You guys good? Sounds good? Hello, hello. We got a lot of you in the house tonight. I'm glad you guys made it for Friday night. Well, I want to start off. I want to just, sounds good? Nice, thank you. I want to start off. I just want to say, look, I watch a lot of other YouTube channels as well. Sometimes you guys mention, hey, have you seen this channel, that channel? Most of them I have. I like watching them just like you do. I'm a fan. Just like you're a fan of watching prepper channels and getting information, and when I'm at work, I'll flip them on. I'll listen to, whether it's the Alaska Prepper or the farmer dude. What's his name? But I'll listen to some of those different guys. Oh, Ice Age Farmer, that was him. So I mean, I listen to them too. And man, this seems like the last couple weeks, there's just so much information out there. It just makes you stop and think. There's a lot of stuff going on. Just watching the underlying things, not the mainstream media, not the news, not all that stuff. Yeah, hey guys, I missed y'all last week too. Actually, for the last 2 weeks, I have not been live. Did 2 weeks ago, I did one of those premiere ones. So I'm super excited. I'm back. I'm healthy. Still have cough drops, but I don't feel bad. I feel way better than I felt last week. And that cold, I've knocked it out. So, just like Rocky, right? But yeah, I watch other channels, and there's just so much stuff going on, so much information. It's behind the scenes stuff. It's the things, the little things. And usually when there's smoke, there's fire. And right now, there's a lot of smoke in the prepper world, right? The things that we're watching and the things we're hearing. So y'all talk about possible droughts, right? And then you have the storms. You see leadership with underlying things that they're trying to get accomplished, and policies and goals and things that are in life. Or we see shipment issues. Look, I go through the stores, and let me just vent for a second. I go through the grocery stores, and it just seems like everybody just acts like everything's normal. You got, okay, this place doesn't have chicken wings, like we talked about the other day. So this place doesn't have chicken wings. So I'm just going to go to this store. Okay, they don't have chicken wings. So now I'm going to go to the neighboring little town and see if their stores have chicken wings. And then just start chasing them. Start chasing something that you're looking for. Or produce. We've talked about that. Yeah, strawberries. So you finally found strawberries. Thank you for sharing that, because that's another issue. Strawberries. Our Sonic had issues even selling strawberry shakes. It was just like strawberries they were gone for a while. So people just think, okay, well, I'm just going to go to store to store to store till I find what I need. Strawberries. Or a head of lettuce that's actually a real head of lettuce and not all wilted and that gooey brown stuff all mixed inside. And, it's just normal now. So this store, oh, hey, I found my lettuce here. And then now I go to another store to find the chicken wings. And then I got to go across town to find some strawberries, right? And then I got to go across town to find whatever. But that's the new normal now in people's minds. And you know what? That's not normal. Stop it. It's not normal. It's abnormal. People act like there's no problems. We're not in any type of shortage. There's no type of shipment issues. There's no time type of production issues. Look, it's done. All right, we're not normal. It's like you should be able to go to the store and you find those things that you want. It's just we're headed there. Yeah, I mean, at some point, is certain things media driven, or are certain things prepper channel driven, or are there real issues out there? I look, just my being experienced, and I'm going out. I try to be boots on the ground. You see my videos. You see, we try to share information. We see it. If you look at all the comments on my Thursday videos, you see it. You just read the lists of people from their different towns or different countries experiencing different things. And hey, I love it when someone says, hey, we have everything we need. One store, one place, they've got it all. They've got the chicken wings, they got the strawberries, flats of chicken breasts. We had chicken breasts tonight. I get them out because I've stocked them up in my freezer. Thank God I stocked up on chicken breasts, because I like to buy the big flats of them where you can get them for $1.99 a pound, right? Because it's cheap that way. You can't find them anywhere. The flats in my area, you can't. Now you can find the little small packs, and they're going to charge you $4, $5, $6 a pound. The name brands or whatever. But like the great value, like I get those big long packs for $1.99 a pound. They used to have those things everywhere. They used to cram those flats all through the chicken section. Then they'd have those separate, floor bins that they drop meats and stuff down in. They used to have those bins just full of these big, Whoa, they saw me kick there. That's all right. All I'm doing is talk about chicken. That's all we're doing. So I hope I didn't lose everybody. That's all you're talking about was chicken. No reason to delete me. But yeah, I think what everyone's doing now, because beef and steaks and meats and things are just so expensive, everybody is going back and buying the cheap stuff, the chickens and things. And I think that's probably part of the problem. And I know there's other issues nationwide. We had chicken issues through the winter, the cold winter, and different, I know there's some chicken fires, plants on fire this past year and things. And I think we're starting to see a conglomeration of a lot of events and a lot of things. But man, I just want to go buy what I need. And like I was saying before, I love it when someone jumps on and says, hey, House of Prep, Jerry, I've got everything at my store. They have the chicken wings, the chicken, the strawberries, the cat food, right? All the things that everyone else says they're having issues finding, this and that. Jars, they had that. They had everything. Toilet paper. And it's great. And you know what? And they say, hey, price hasn't gone up at all in my area. And I'm like, hey, well, count your blessings. That means you better get it while you can for the price. Where are you from? Because I'm going to go make a road trip there so I can get my supplies. Especially with prices and things going up. And guys, look, I watch the other channels and stuff. Yeah, shrinkflation. Yeah, thank you, Lorna. I talk about shrinkflation all the time. And that's happening. You don't even notice it if you're not really paying attention. And I see so many people giving me illustration after illustration after illustration of things that they're finding in their area. Are we having internet issues? I'm just making sure. Can you hear me still? Because I think I'm back. It's choppy. I'm not sure why it's being so choppy tonight. Somebody doesn't want me to tell you guys this stuff and then get you pumped up. But I'm pumped up. Yeah, I'm not sick anymore. I'm a little edgy. Yeah, so you guys have been stocking up. So yeah, people walk through our stores and they just act like it's normal that you just visit every store in your area to get all the little things that you need. You just they need to get back the way it was. All right. I don't want to keep going to stores. I don't want to have to tell my wife, hey, when you're at work, can you go around your areas and see if you can find my chicken wings? I want them to be, I want everything to be under one roof. So anyway, that's my venting. I had to kind of repeat a couple things because this internet's chopping me up. So, all right. So I see a bunch of you jumping in. I've been kind of watching as I'm talking and trying to stay from Rabbit Trail. So, hey, how y'all doing? I appreciate you guys being here. While I'm thinking about it too, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. And hopefully this internet holds strong and it doesn't get so super laggy.
I jumped off.
Oh, okay. Thank you. My wife said she jumped off. Maybe we're just having some internet. I wonder if my daughter's...
She's on, but her TV's off, so she's taking a quiz.
Oh, taking a quiz. Yeah, I know my daughter's on the internet doing some quizzes and things tonight. So there might be a occasional glitch, but we'll get it back under control. So I probably need to end up going closer to the router next week or so. Okay, so other people, Lorna, other people are dealing with that too. Deed says breakfast cereal very high priced here. So yeah, you know, I was talking about my Thursday videos. And if you just take your time and just go through all the different comments, you see examples of different people dealing with things. And I think it's just the time we live in. All right, where's the shotgun? I'm about to take out this internet. Oh, man, I hadn't been on in 2 weeks. No, hadn't been on in 2 weeks. You would think that they'd let me catch up and have some decent internet, right? But it's fighting me. That's all right. We're gonna make it through. All right, let me look at some of these comments and catch up a little bit. Yeah, you guys are blowing it up. Yeah, old bloke, rice and beans. We were talking about that in the last video. You know, a lot of times I'm making all these fancy, or I think they're fun. I like cooking chicken wing meal with the sides and this and that, and it's fun. You know, it's a good time. But look. Bottom line, and old bloke and I were kind of talking about this. It comes down to your preps. And sometimes, like tonight, we had rice and beans. And I'm not just saying that, old bloke. I'm not just saying that. I promise you. My wife can back me up on that. I had the chicken. I had some chicken, made that. And then I made up the rice and beans. Usually my wife makes the rice. And I have her little recipe written down. It's just, you know, basic stuff, but I was thinking proportions and all that. So I made the rice tonight because I need to make sure I'm good at making rice. I have to keep that skill going up, even though, I mean, you could pick that back up, but it's just a habit. It's just something you want to just keep practicing, just like with firearm training or anything that you do, practice. And old bloke and I were talking about that back and forth the other day. And it's about using your skill and using your preps and incorporating that. I saw before this video started, somebody said, I don't know if it was TG or somebody, one of the things they struggle with is the organizational thing as far as making sure that they don't waste their preps. Meaning like, you know, we stock, we prep, you know, stack it to the rafters, right? And then you want to make sure that you're rotating and trying to keep using your preps so you're not wasting them after a few years, right? When 3, 4, 5, 6 years of your giant stashes, and you don't want to start losing some things at the back end of it. You want to be able to continue to keep kind of incorporating them and using them. Because let's be real, if we ever get down my little pack of Oreos, right? You saw the thumbnail, Baby Yoda, you know, holding those beautiful little, you know, black and white nuggets of sweet goodness. That pack of Oreos, especially if they're double stuffed, right? That's all going to be gone. Unless, like, I have had people tell me they've canned Oreos. I have. They've told me. They say, hey, we've canned some Oreos. So, you know, if I need to, I can start canning them. I'll find a way to do it. But But when things like that, you start having your fancier meals, your more processed things, and eating out, and all that starts going to the wayside. So it is serious. I have fun. We have fun. Our Thursday videos, we have a good time. But the bottom line is, it is good to take a step back and be a little fired up and have a reminder that there is an issue out there. It's just not normal. It's just not the same. And I think that any little teeter of the scale, it could kind of shift things in another direction. How fast can something take place? Like an earthquake. I mean, how much notice does every single earthquake can they have? Now, sometimes they do. They have a little bit of notice. But if a lot of people aren't paying attention, I mean, an earthquake can hit, and before you know it, they're in the middle of a problem. Or a tornado. I know here in Nashville, a couple years back, we had some big tornadoes come. They weren't even predicted. They just kind of formed out of the storms that formed up, and here's tornadoes, boom! And Nashville, if you remember, Nashville Strong, and all that was on the news, and there was tornadoes, hurricanes. Look, I used to live down in the Jacksonville, Florida area years ago, and I remember there was this giant hurricane coming. I can't remember if it was a 4 or a 5, and it was coming right for Jacksonville. And they said, oh, it's going to hit, and everybody's evacuating, and then it just stops. It just sits there. It immediately goes right back out into the water, the way it came, exactly the way it came in. You're watching the line, you're like, what? That's crazy. And all the meteorologists and everything is just saying, that's nuts. So then they're saying, oh, we're in the clear. All right, we're in the clear. Everybody come back home. And then it stops again. And then here it comes right back towards Florida again. And they're like, what? This is insane. And then it ends up just going up the coast, like most of them do. But, you can't always predict everything. I mean, if I hung my hat on every word that the weatherman said, I mean, I'd be a nervous wreck. Do I bring an umbrella? Do I wear a raincoat? Is it going to be hot? Do I need sunscreen? Do I need my galoshes? Weather and life has its way of just kind of throwing its own little curveball, and you just got to ride the storm. So if things can happen that fast in a beat in an eye, remember a few months back when my car got stolen, right? And the valet had my car out there, left the keys in it, with it running, with the door open, and comes inside to say, hey, I got your car out there ready for you guys to go. And my wife says, and that guy's taking it. And there he goes, wheels peeling off in my Camaro, right? Gone. There it goes. Now, I did get it back. But that's how fast, in a blink of an eye, that's how fast things can take a turn and go wrong. Can head down the wrong path. And if you take a few minutes and you look at your life, I'm sure you would have stories. You guys would be able to fill these comments with all these things that, yeah, I've had this happen and that happen. And that's how fast things can happen. And do you know that not every single time that people, our leadership and people in power that have, maybe foreknowledge of events and things, they're not always quick to pass it on and spread the news. Well, because a lot of panic, right? Because we've seen what people do that don't prepare, they turn into panic mode. And then it's that mad rush to the stores, just like the snowstorm comes, or here comes the hurricane. What does everybody do? They run out and buy batteries and milk and bread and eggs. And just like that, within a day, and now everything's gone. So if we've lived that way, and it's repetitive, it's like that year after year after year when I lived in Florida. It never ceased to amaze me. Every single year at hurricane season, here comes that big hurricane, and nobody has prepared. Nobody, even though you can set your watch to it. Hurricane season is coming every single year. People would still not prepare ahead of time. They would wait until that hurricane's like 2 days out. And then now they're going and they're buying everything from the store, clearing the shelves. But if you were prepared, if you were a prepper, you already had all that stuff. Maybe you needed to get an extra gallon of milk, right? More of the perishable stuff. Get you a few extra things, maybe just a little bit extra water, an extra case of water or something like that. But it never ceases to be, that's just people. It's the sheep of the world. It's the people that just keep following the same. Isn't that the definition of insanity? doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. But you're still doing the same thing. Remember last year, the year before? Remember the last 20 years that you always get caught in this and you can never get everything that you need? Try something different. And if you're new to prepping, hey, you're in a great place. Subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun. We got a lot of great, knowledgeable people. In fact, I'm looking over at the comment section, and there's just all kinds of stuff going on. I have no idea what's going on. And that's how I like it. I like it like that because I want you guys to have a good time. I like our Friday Night Lives. It's not just about me. It's about you guys. It's because I know you guys carry this channel from day one. I see names on here of people who have been with me since back in September. I know CK's been on here. I think she was my number 7th subscriber or something like that. So I've got a lot of great people on here who have done nothing but encourage me and that have been there to answer when I have questions. Hey, do you know that we don't all know it all? Us creators, us YouTuber people that are on here and having fun and doing stuff, we don't have it all. We don't. We don't have all the answers. I've got Dave on here. Dave has been super faithful. He's taken the bull by the horns and helped being the moderator and things. And he said, "Hey, I'll do whatever you need," and he does it. He was here before I was on the comments and things. I've got a supportive family. They support me. My older kids, my younger kids, my wife. 15, is that what it? Lucky 15. That's what it was. So, but I have, and then all the newer subscribers that have joined, it's just like you've always been here. I know, I'm looking on here, Brooks Home Sweet, Sherry, and I'm looking at all these names. I mean, you guys have all jumped in. Lorna was on here, Sue, everybody's that's been newer over the last few months. Oh yeah, and Lois, you were 39. I think you were 39. That's right. Yeah, you were right there at the beginning. And everybody that's jumped in, it's like you guys have always been here. It's a great community. And I think it's kind of by us being consistent and keeping it like that. Anybody who's just stopping in to cause trouble, I think they just like gave up and they're gone. Because they're like, we can't, these guys are too seasoned. We got a good seasoned group of veterans here. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, jump on in. Great group here. You can ask questions. It's a safe environment. We don't sit here and dog each other and, you guys are even easy on me. So it makes my job easy. I appreciate it. So I hope you guys are having a good time. Like I said, I missed it the last 2 weeks. Missed being on here with you guys. And I said, haven't been, jumping too much on, hey, you need to prepare, you need to prepare, you need to prepare. We talk about it, but we have a good time doing it too. So I noticed that you guys have been talking about gas prices. Let's see, I see pop is getting more expensive. I have had a lot of people with comments talking about the soda pop, right? Remember, I call it soda pop. When I was born in Ohio, we called it pop. And I noticed that's what a lot of people call it, pop. What a lot of people down south, they call, hey, I just want a Coke. Everything's a Coke. You want a Coke? Let's give you a Coke. I know people like a little more out west a little bit. Some of them say, give me a cold drink. And then down when I moved to Florida years and years ago, you say someone, hey, give me a soda. A soda? You want the vanilla ice cream, right? And put the orange pop in there, or put the the Coca-Cola pop in there, and then with a straw, and now you have a soda. And they say no, a soda, a Coke, a Pepsi. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I learned that's what they were talking about. It's a soda. So I took the best of both worlds, and I call it soda pop. So, that's just how you do now. I just kind of cover that up, and people kind of figure it out eventually. But yeah, the prices have gone up for sure. I just remember going back, years ago. I could buy, like a big 2-liter soda pop for like, 59 cents, 69 cents, on a sale, 79 cents. And, now they're like $2, $3. And I was like, what happened? And it just keeps going up. But see, that's the other thing we're talking about here. It's not just maybe that great event that earlier I was rambling on and on and on about. The big event that might happen. What about just normal day-to-day price increases or the shrinkflation of things just changing, portions and sizes getting smaller, but prices are the same. And just that's a continuing. It's happening more and more and more. Yeah, old bloke made a good point. Just being careful of drama. It's easy to get caught up in. Like I said, sometimes I find myself watching them, but not allowing yourself to get so bent on drama parts and allowing yourself to just kind of be pulled in to where fear might kick in. And then you start making those irrational purchases and those irrational decisions. Let's see. Check here. Case of 12 cans of pop, $5 on sale, $6.50 regular price. Wow. Yeah, I kind of remember the 12 can cases. I mean, I remember back you could get them 2 for $4 years ago and 2 for $5. I remember 2 for $5. I was disappointed. I was like, man, I like the 2 for $4. But now, yeah, they're just the prices just keep climbing. Gas prices. Now, the last few weeks, I live, just for those that don't know, I live in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. And my name is Jerry, by the way, if you're newer. And I did notice that the gas prices have kind of held steady, right around 265. And then I noticed this morning it's gone back up to 270. So I know summer's approaching very, very rapidly. Schools start getting out, the schools that have been in anyway. When more schools getting out and people are starting to take those summer trips, those summer vacations, people are raring to go. It's going to be crazy summer. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm a glutton for punishment sometimes. I like watching the events unfold before me, especially when you've prepared and you kind of prepped things and your mindset's a little bit set. You know, it just makes things interesting to watch and watching people, how they act and react to things. That's how I always say be proactive, not reactive. If you plan for things and you've prepared ahead, you're being proactive instead of just waiting for things to happen and now you're just reacting to the issues. But yeah, with summer approaching, I really do expect gas. But hey, real quick, I started noticing some folks talking about gas shortages. I have not investigated any news on that or information on that. Have you all heard anything about that? Is that something? And I'm going to kind of watch the comments here while I'm talking. Gas shortages, and it's just because of the demand, because the demand's going to go up. I mean, I know people are going to be traveling and things, but I mean, more than a couple years ago, more than a few years ago. So, yes, that's what I think I saw AP, and he was talking about it. And I think that's what got me thinking about it. Now, I'm fortunate. I live relatively close to where I work during the week. My wife has a little bit of travel. She has a very good fuel-efficient vehicle. My Camaro, not so much. But I live close to work, and I don't have to use up a lot of gas. But nonetheless, that would still be an issue, right? You still need to have gas in things. So some of you have heard that as well then. Not enough. Oh, the drivers. That's what I heard. That's right. Thank you for saying that. That there was going to be some driver issues, which I believe. I think there's, horse and buggy. Yeah, I think some of you guys could pull that off. Yeah, some of you guys have that set up already. Me, not so much. I don't think my homeowners association would like me having a horse out back. I could get away with some chickens, I think. Maybe a pig or so, but I don't think a horse, I don't know if that would work too good. Yeah, a little motorcycle or something. Hey, what's your thoughts on, do you think there's any chance they might be trying to like hold back gas to force people to go towards the electric stuff and trying to, you know what I'm talking about, just our leadership and just agendas and things. Could that somehow kind of be in behind the scenes? I don't know. Just little things I think about sometimes during the week. I wouldn't hold anybody past any of them. to be honest with you. But that's what my thought was. I just knew everything, trying to get green and, shutting down pipelines. And, I could see something like that taking place. I'm going to take a quick drink. I do a lot of talking, so I have the gift of gab, some have told me. So, but somebody's bought me this at some point because whenever you guys have sent me some money or did a super chats or do you guys sometimes buy stuff from the Amazon links on my description, and I get a little extra kickback on stuff, so it keeps me supplied. So I appreciate it. Which that reminds me too. I know some of you have joined the membership of this channel, and I want to begin, now that there's a handful of members, I want to begin doing some member videos, maybe once a week or every couple weeks, but because I had put in the description that would be something that I'd implement. So I'm thinking tomorrow might be just a small video and just kind of give you some maybe behind the scenes, some of my prepping and things that I'm doing. So I'm thinking to use that as an opportunity on the member videos. I think I've done a couple pictures before, but I have not done a member video. So I think I'm going to start that tomorrow. I think I have a block of time. Well, what about the Jerry bloopers? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that just comes natural, brother. Hey, Dave's in the chicken. He's raising chickens, guys, folks. If you need some chickens, you need to get with Dave. So he'll raise you some chickens and he'll cut you a good deal probably. But yeah, he's figured it out. He sent me some pics and an email, and he's doing a good job. Hey, FP, come on in. Yeah, you'd love to have a donkey in the cart. Yes, place, and you got to feed them. Who else has been dealing with that? I know some of you guys actually have horses and stuff. All joking aside, you all been sharing feeds going up, right? The hay, the feed, the things, the supplies when you go to Tractor Supply or you go somewhere and you're feeding your animals. Are you guys noticing the price increases of that? I've been reading your comments. Look, I pay attention. I read, sometimes I have 100 or so comments to read on Thursdays, and I tried it my best. I do. I hit them. Sometimes I'm a few hours behind or several hours behind, especially overnight. But I've noticed a lot of you that have livestock and animals, chickens, and prices are going up everywhere, guys. And yeah, feed is up $3 a bag, higher than average. So you think, well, what's $3? Yeah, but you're doing that for your feed, you're doing that for your groceries, you're doing that for your fuel, you're doing that for your lumber, it's like prices are just going up all around. And then the shrinkflation, well, now I'm not getting as much for my price. So now I have to buy 2 of those. So everywhere you look, your money, your dollar's not being stretched as far as it is. And I hope you're preparing for that, because where's it going to stop? And that's the other thing that bothers me. I went on a rabbit trail earlier about the people just going through the store and having to go to 5 different stores to get all the different things they need, and now they think that's just normal. Well, what about the people that think I can take that same dollar and it's going to buy me everything and it's not going to keep going up, like it's just going to stop, or they're not even paying attention? How much is it? Sure, here's my card. And I think that card's gotten people in trouble. Prices are going up. What about restaurants? We talked about that the other day, right? We just talked about, I brought it up, restaurants. The quality of restaurants, the missing items. It was interesting when I was talking about the restaurants on one of my videos, and to see the different people that would say, oh yeah, one of my favorite places to go and my favorite dish, the favorite thing on the buffet, and that's why I go there. And they didn't have it. And I asked the manager, what's going on? And they say, we were having shipping issues. I gave you my story of like even going to Cracker Barrel. Mac and cheese isn't the same. Mashed potatoes aren't the same. Something's different. And the manager told me we had to buy a different type of product not our normal because they were out. We couldn't get it shipped to what we normally would get. So even in the restaurant world, it's happening. And the prices are going up there as well. I've had some people say, man, they used to have a value, like you'd go in and all these dishes were on a $9.99 dollar amount, like for $10. You could get like XYZ, ABC, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items, all $10 a piece. And that's where they would go. They take their family. They went back. They changed the price. It wasn't $10 anymore. It was like $13, $14. And I was like, wow, that's a big jump. But all those same items, and then now all of a sudden, if you have your big family there, I mean, you just jumped up $4 a person on top of what you're already spending. So your budget's being stretched. Now, I've had some folks jump on here, and look, my heart goes out to them. They say, Jerry and guys, everyone that's on here, and they're being respectful. They're just saying, and I know it hurts their feelings in the sense that they've hit life. Life has hit them right between the eyes. You know, husband or wife lost their jobs, and they say, look, we want to prep. We can just barely get by. We've lost our business this past year with all the issues that have gone on. And they say, look, we want to prep. We want to. They can't. And they're just struggling right now to just figure life out. And my heart goes out. I'm sorry for that. And I've had some messages, very respectful, not being angry, not being hateful, but they're just saying we can't prep right now, and that's hard because prices aren't going back down; they're going up. And if they're already struggling and they're already trying to figure life out, new jobs and new things, it's difficult to try to catch back up when that finish line just keeps getting pushed further back and further back, and you think, okay, our budget's almost there. Well, they just moved it. They just destroyed your budget because they just wrecked it. They just changed the mark. Well, I was going to hit the mark. We were making that kind of money now. Well, no, that money doesn't exist anymore. They've changed it. That dollar doesn't stretch like it did even a week ago because gas was going up. Your food's going up. Your lumber, your feed for your animals, everything. Everything, parts for your vehicle if you can find them. I had a struggle with that once, and I did a video, a couple months back. I've had some people reach out to me. They work in the car industry. They said, "Hey, General Motors or different places, they're already planning price increases. I think it was like 3%. So everything that you do in life is going up. Some places were saying even used cars and things. Look, anything that's cheap is being gobbled up because people can't afford some of this stuff now. You heard me rant and rave about my steaks. I love steaks. I love grilling them out. But when they started hitting $15 a pound, I'm sorry. And again, it's like chasing the sale. Who's got the sale? Now I got to go to 5 different stores because one place, has a sale here, and then I got to go get a sale over there because I don't want to pay $15. I see a couple of you guys saying good night. I don't want to ignore you guys. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. So, yeah, sometimes I got to say good night, right? It gets past my bedtime, so I get it. Yeah, Keystone Meats, like Dave said, I kind of do that the same because you can get the beef, and the Keystone Meats seems like the prices are not going up on that. So take advantage of it. I get the meat, I get your beef and your proteins that you can keep and stock that up. And that's, look, chicken, beef, if you can get a hold of the hamburger meat, if you can still catch those at the price that they're still there and you're able to get them for that price, that's stuff you can have and stock it up, and you don't have to worry about rotating it as often or freezer burn or all that stuff. And you have them, and like I'm running into chasing chicken breasts or chasing chicken this and the meat $15 a pound. Well, if it continues down that path, we're not buying that stuff from the store anymore. So get that stuff prepared. If you find the sales, just get them. Excuse me. See, not 100% yet on the throat and on the voice. This is probably the most talking I've done in 2 weeks. But seriously, if you got a sale, and I made this mistake. All right, I'm going to tell you a House of Prep mistake. If you saw me a couple weeks ago, I think, I had found that really good deal. I was at Kroger, and I found that really nice big pack of those New York strip steaks, all marbled and all that flavor, fresh cut, just really nice looking steaks. And normally they were $15 a pound. Well, the manager had marked them down. I think they still had a couple days on the date, but they were going in the freezer anyway. But they had 2 of those flats, and I bought one of them. It was like $20 or something. And I got them, wrapped them up, real lovingly and caringly wrapped them, and made sure that they were safe so they don't get freezer burn. And then after I got home, I was like, man, for the price I got them, such a great deal for all those steaks. I should have got that other pack. Seeing now that prices aren't really getting better, and that the sales just aren't as good now. Some people say, hey, sales just aren't the same. I should have got that other pack, and that's where I screwed up. So let me encourage you, if you find something that you notice that everybody else keeps talking about, it's hard to find or it keeps going up, and your store has it, and it's on sale, a really good deal, a really sale, and you're trying to debate, well, should I go ahead and get another one or a second one? Yes. Let me just answer that for you. Do it. Let me be that little voice in your ear. Could be the devil. I could be the devil. All right, I'm just gonna tell you that now. I might be the devil. My wife's over here laughing. She'll confirm. I might be that voice coming. I might be that little devil talking in your ear, but I could be the angel, and I could be giving you some good advice. But let me just tell you now. Yes, get the extra one. If it's on sale and it's saving you money, get it right now while you're there standing there looking at it. Go ahead and put it in your cart. Go ahead and pay for it, whatever store you're at, and then can it, freeze it, whatever you got to do, and go ahead and get it and have it. Because with the prices continuing the way they are, or if your sales are disappearing, or the shrinkflation continues, then you're going to be, what's that? Jerry following me to Kroger. That's right. I want to be following you to the stores. And I want to be hiding back behind the freezer cases or wherever you're at. And you're going to be sitting there staring at something. And I want to be over there going, buy it. Get it. That's right. Put it in your cart. So I tell you what, when you're there and you're in a debate, you think, what would Jerry do? Wow, where's this train headed? We're getting off track, right? We come up with the bracelets and everything, right? We can start. I don't have any merchandise on my channel, so maybe that'll be the first one. What would Jerry do? Maybe a big T-shirt, Oh man, yeah. Yeah, no, my wife said WWJ. What was it? WWJD. But that's already taken, all right? I don't want to step on those toes. All right? Yeah, I'm not going there. That's a line that I won't cross. Yeah. At least not live on camera. Who wants to see Joy on here one day? She can come on here and give us some kind of a lesson or talk about being married to House of Prep. The things that she has to deal with. That's the real behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, she's the glue that holds this all together. Yeah, I've been talking to her. I've been trying to coax her into one day coming on here with me and joining me. You'll see her in the comments a lot of times. And actually, Joy, if you want to hop back on there, you probably could. Oh, good. So she's back in. She likes to be kind of behind the scenes. There she is. She's the JK with the little blue wrench on there. So yeah, it would be lovely to see Joy. I think we need to plan that, and you guys encourage her to one day come on here and make an appearance. So, but something to look forward to. Slightly off subject, but not totally. About a month from now, I have my two younger children. They actually live in North Carolina, and I get them for about 5 weeks in the summer, and then a couple other times throughout the year. And they're coming here, and I've already been talking to them. My youngest daughter, she's the mastermind who got me started on YouTube, and I'm gonna want you guys to meet her and meet both of them. So I'm planning to have them either on a video with me, or maybe a live, or do at least a video, and try to talk about prepping with them and to see what their thoughts are. And I thought that'd be fun. If you guys would like to meet them, I thought that might be a fun video to do or something. And if it goes well, we'll do a couple. So, but I'm excited. I've been doing this for a little bit, and we'll talk about that when we get to that point. Yeah, but yeah, Joy's my better half. So she keeps, like I said, she keeps me straight for the most part. Sometimes you can't control it. The train goes off track, and it just keeps going. So. So let's see what we got here. All right. Hey, man, we've already been on here. Can you believe I've been talking for 46 minutes? That's insane. So who else has been jumping on here? I see a bunch of names here. Ali Rue's late. Hey, better late than never, though, right? So, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? Tiger sauce. Look, I need to get me some tiger sauce because Easy Squeezy's been riding me about that tiger sauce. And you know what? I've seen people say they've bought it, that they ended up looking on Amazon. It's way expensive there, and I think I looked too. They told me that if I go and order it through Walmart where they deliver, it's a good price. So I'm going to try that. The next time I'm making chicken wings or something, I want to have some of that. Because I appreciate learning that. Yeah, shortage of cat food. So that's what I was talking about. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, what's tiger sauce? It's like a hot sauce. I Googled it, and sure enough, there's a picture of a tiger on there. So I don't know how hot it is, but I have a couple people in my family that they like hot stuff, so if it's too hot for me. Yeah, I looked all my local stores. I mean, I literally stood at the sauce section, right? All the different barbecue sauces and hot sauces. And I looked everywhere for it, and I just can't find it in my stores. Sugar shortages, I have heard that. Some people are finding it in their stores. Excuse me. My stores, I've noticed we still can find sugar. But I've seen other people mention that. Not real hot, sweet also. Okay, good. That's the kind of sauce I like. It's not too hot, and it has a little bit of a sweet kick to it. Okay, Glenn said that too. Okay, good. Kosher salt shortages. Look, I like kosher salt. Okay, I'm catching up here. Oh, he'll do a short sugar video. That'd be fun to watch. Watch out, people. Another fake product arriving. Liquid eggs. Liquid eggs in plastic bottles. A small label. It contains no eggs. All right, so read Patty B. She's always giving us little insider updates from stores and things. She works in that industry. So there's a container now. It's on the shelf next to the egg beaters in yellow container. They're trying to sell it as liquid eggs, but contains no eggs. So thank you, Patty, for throwing that out there. Yeah, a lot of our throughout the week videos, like I said, if you guys take the time to ever go back and read, we've got people that work in the food industry, whether it's restaurants or grocery stores, the big box stores. We have people that work with beef, cattle. We have homesteaders. We have so many different groups and types of people. You can glean so many gold nuggets of information by comments and going through. And if you're watching this video like not live, make sure to go to the chat, live chat, and just go through, because you can just excuse me, catch up as you go. And like I said, I apologize for the occasional coughing. My throat voice still not 100%, though is it ever with allergies and stuff, but I'm feeling great. I feel a lot better. A lot of you all have kind of asked about me and stuff, so I'm doing good. Shannon says no candy lids in the south. Okay, so that seems like that's been an ongoing issue. And I guess this time of year, that's only going to get worse. Yeah, Miranda said, if you're a canner, I would start getting your supplies now, like the sugar canning, pickling salt, vinegars, all that stuff. Everyone is grabbing jars and lids, but ingredients. Hey, get ahead of the curve. Get all your ducks in a row. And look, if there's any other like major events in your life coming up, or holidays or anything, think ahead. Don't just think, hey, what am I doing this week or next week? Learn to prepare ahead. Remember, we're talking about being proactive. Think a month down the road, 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road. Go ahead and get stuff. You know, I've had people say, hey man, I found some canned of the pumpkin stuff that I used at the holidays that you couldn't find over these last holidays. And I found them for pennies lately. And they started buying them up, getting ready for these coming holidays. Well, you know why? Because they got great expiration dates on them. Get your stuff now. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to wait till it's, the month before Thanksgiving or Christmas to start buying up your supplies. Get them while they're cheap. If they're on sale, grab them. Yeah, Lorna, exactly. Yeah, get what you need for the rest of the year. Start thinking of that long-term plan. Yeah, easy. Water, your filtration is still number one. Yeah, you got to have water. Hey, have you ever been in an experience before that you're just, beyond thirsty, right? I've had a heat, like a heat stroke event, like just overheated, working Florida heat, a truck that wasn't, the engine cover wasn't properly sealed. So the heat of the engine coming in, 110 degree, hot, humid, middle of the summer. Man, I was probably that close to having some serious medical conditions and maybe some repercussions from it, where my body temperature thing's not 100% from it, maybe. But man, water, you got to have it. Your body will shut down if you can't keep it in there. Hey, Shannon, see you later. Yeah, we'll probably go ahead and wrap this up here, too. Yeah, the Sawyer Minis, having anything that you can so you can filter water. You got to have that, guys. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, before you jump off and things, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Hit the bell, get your reminders. And yeah, it's been almost an hour. So it's been good. Like I said, I hadn't been on for the last couple weeks, so it was good to kind of jump back in. Hey, Jeanette. But if you kind of came in on this a little bit late, just jump back and watch from the beginning later. I'll give you a chance to catch up, right? So I appreciate you guys being here. Kind of me jumping back up on the horse after a couple weeks off. So I'm super glad to be back. And I just like hanging with you guys. I like having a good time and just kind of getting pumped up. Kind of a chance to recharge the old batteries, right? And get ourselves back in gear, maybe refocused. And that's what this is about. That's what I like about Friday nights, just kind of getting together and doing this together. So you guys have a great night. I appreciate you. You guys have a good weekend coming up. Hope you get some rest. Get your list together. Get your chores done. Maybe have a couple goals set for yourself and tackle them. Get on them. All right. You guys have a safe